You think the Strait of Hormuz is a big deal? Wait till you find out about the Strait of Malacca. Strait of Malacca is a 900-kilometer waterway which connects the Indian Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. It sits between the Malay Peninsula and the Indonesian island of Sumatra. About 94,000 vessels transited every year. It's about 25% of yearly global trade, which amounts to about $3.5 trillion annually. This is more than the Suez Canal and the Panama Canal combined. The reason I'm talking about it now is because today the United States signed a defense cooperation agreement with the power that controls the Strait of Hormuz, Indonesia. With this cooperation agreement, the United States will help Indonesia modernize their military, engage in joint training, especially when it comes to special forces. They will help them develop asymmetric maritime capabilities. Basically, we made a new military partner in a region of the world awfully close to our greatest geopolitical adversary, just so happens to control the strait which 80% of China's trade transits. Which means the United States and a US-aligned partner de facto control a very critical waterway for China. So important fact that former CCP chairman Hu Jintao in 2003 coined the term Malacca Dilemma. Chinese have been worried about the strait for a very long time because they understand how critical it is, especially for them to import oil. The Strait of Hormuz, that's where they get about 50% of their oil. 80% of their oil that they import comes through the Strait of Malacca. Reasons Americans feel so confident about China being able to take Taiwan despite their very aggressive military buildup is because we believe that if we just close the Strait of Malacca, we could stop an invasion of Taiwan. Defense analysts have gone over this scenario hundreds of times in war games that they do over the Taiwan scenario, because control of the Strait of Malacca will make the Taiwan invasion almost impossible for China. There are some pipelines that they could use and they can maybe try and use alternative routes, but they'll just be no match for the US Navy. You are one of the people who voted for Trump or at least thought that Trump wouldn't start any new wars, and now you're confused about what he's doing in Iran, with Cuba, with the Panama Canal, with Greenland. This defense arrangement, along with what he did with Panama, along with the threats he made with Greenland, along with what's going on with Iran right now, Trump is basically creating a world in which the United States controls all of these key choke points, making a Taiwan invasion scenario less likely, and that's the true World War III scenario. In addition to that, Indonesia is just shifting to be a global power player. As power moves away from Europe and towards the Pacific, Indonesia is the fourth most populated country in the world with 287 million people. Also by far the most populated country with a Muslim majority population in the world. In fact, there are almost more Muslims living in Indonesia than all of the Middle East and North Africa combined. In general, it's just good for the United States to have a good relationship with Indonesia, considering what a power player they're going to become in the world's most critical region. For many reasons, but also mainly because we can stop up 80% of China's oil imports if we ever feel the need to. This is why I keep telling you that Trump's foreign policy makes no sense until you look at it through the lens of China, in which case it all makes sense.